Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and just a quick reminder that we do sell stuff on eBay at OPC Sales, and that's about it. We appreciate all the support you already give us, but we do have a lot of real common items for sale and advanced collector items as well. This video is just kind of a grading tips video about surface quality and what it's supposed to look like on a coin. Now, this piece dollar has been cleaned and cleaned fairly harshly. You see, one of the things that's tricky for someone who's new is they like the bright, shiny, and then they also like the. There's plenty of luster dancing, especially on the reverse of this coin. The obverse, though, it's like really, really bright and shiny. And so I've got a couple other piece dollars to show you with different surface qualities, just to talk about, what's going on here on these coins. So this coin, this 1925 on the left, has really nice original luster to it. It doesn't have the same polishing sheen look. You see just how very, very different the light dances off of the coin in a more consistent way. And so I like to talk about the coins going black and white, where at a certain angle here, they're both very lustrous at a certain angle when the light's right, but then when you get them at a steeper angle, all of a sudden the coin on the right goes dark, and that's a sign of cleaning. And actually, that picks up cleaning at a very low cleaning level, where you can start to see the difference between the color. One of the things I want to point out about this coin on the left, pardon me, is that it has, a little bit of some residue on it. And so this is something that you may or may not have noticed when you're looking at it. So we got another one to show you that doesn't have any of the residue on it, so you can compare just kind of what the different coins should look like. So once again, now you can still see on the surface quality between these two coins, the one on the left has a different level of brightness to it than the one on the right does. This is the heavy polished one here on the right. And so there are different levels of luster, and sometimes I'll use the term bloom, that's just, but guys sometimes have their own little pet terms for things. So when you talk about how nice the luster is on a coin, it'll vary quite a bit. And so, when you were comparing coin number 2 to coin number 1, there's a big difference. But now we go to coin number 3 here, and all of a sudden you have yet another level or layer. And sometimes I talk about this when you look at coins that are really a high grade, and then you're like, oh, that's what an MS66 looks like, or something like that. Sometimes you have to be able to see a coin that's nicer to understand the coin you were looking at isn't quite as nice, right? Sometimes you don't know until you see it, what it is that you're looking for, right? You too can finally find what you're looking for. So let's go ahead and see this coin here. I was telling you there's some surface improprieties here. You see all those white just blotchiness to the whole coin? Well, that's from storage. That's environmental damage. Whereas a coin with full luster and none of that on it looks, very different. Now, the shame is a coin like this turns into a coin like this really fast because somebody said, hey, I'm going to get out a cloth and I'm going to take that stuff off. And collectors, for those of you who are really, really new, collectors have a preference of this coin, coin number 3, over coin number 2, and then a preference of coin number 2 over coin number 1, right? So there's kind of a scale that you go down when it comes to attractiveness and when it comes to collectability in the marketplace. And but it's somewhat easy to spot a high cleaning. This coin on its own, I never would have looked at and called it cleaned. Now, when I put it next to this coin, I say, I don't know about that. Maybe somebody already gave this a little wipe. The luster is all there, but once you look at it compared to something that has a real nice original look to it, all of a sudden the bloom is off the rose, right? It's just not quite as fresh looking as it was when it was being compared to this. So anyways, that is just to help you get your eye trained a little bit on some of the surface quality issues that you'll run into. Sometimes on cleaning on coins, you'll see a lot of hairlines and stuff. Sometimes it's just a high sheen to it where the luster will be wrong. This coin actually has some pretty heavy lines on it, as well as the wrong kind of the lines you can see right there coming across the coin at that angle. All those white lines pop up. But lots of times, if there's a coin that's been cleaned and kind of retoned, sometimes those lines are really hard to see, but you can still really see the effect of the luster altering, even on a toned coin. And so those are things that you kind of have to look through sometimes to see beyond the surfaces, so to speak. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.